Hi students, how are you all? I hope you are fine and safe at your home. I am Bhupati from the Department of Commerce, Bharatdasna Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Now I am going to teach 11th Standard Commerce, chapter number 1, History of Commerce. Before entering into the commerce, we should know what is meant by commerce. What is meant by commerce? Commerce is an exchange of goods and services or something which is valuable between one person to another person, or from industry to individual, or individual to industry. It is called commerce. First thing, what is meant by commerce? Commerce is an act of trade such as exchange of goods and services or something that is valuable in exchange between business entities and clients is referred to as a commerce. So commerce means exchange of goods and services or something that is valuable in between business clients, business entities and clients. This is what commerce. Next one is, who is a father of commerce? Father of commerce. Anyone of you tell me who is the father of commerce? Okay, now I tell you. Who is the father of commerce is a Poseidon. Mr. Poseidon is called as a father of commerce. Rakesh, now you tell me who is the father of commerce? Correct. Mr. Poseidon is called father of commerce. Then, why is he called father of commerce? He used the sea for trading goods and services among so many countries. That is why he is called father of commerce. Now, Vignesh, tell me who is the father of Indian e-commerce? You are right. Mr. K. Vaidiswaran is called father of Indian e-commerce. Why is he called father of commerce? He co-founded the India's first e-commerce company in the name of Fabmark.com. Later on that, it was rebranded in IndiaPlaza.com in 1999. And then he is the author of the book Failing to Succeed. The book will reveal about the history of Indian first e-commerce company. This is the reason for Mr. K. Vaidiswaran is called father of Indian e-commerce. Next. Once again we recall what is meant by commerce. Commerce is an act of trade such as exchange of goods and services or something that is valuable in between business entities and the clients is called commerce. Then commerce is a part and parcel of our day-to-day life, either king of a country or a common man. Either king of your country or common man. Commerce is inseparated from our life. Without commerce, no one is moving from the country from one place to another place. This is the importance of commerce. Then, the Indus Valley peoples are use the term trade in India. They are use the word the trade in the India as the first time. Next one. In commerce, in ancient period, how it is functioned in our country. In Sangam period, barter systems are used to function the commerce. Either in domestic business or international business, barter systems are followed for the trading. Then, what is meant by barter system? Barter system means goods are exchanged for another goods prior invention of money is called barter system. So, in Sangam period, barter systems are used for both internal trade and international trade. Next. After a particular period, the barter system only followed in domestic trade, and then so many coins are used for international trade. Next one is market. what is mean by market? Really Ganesh, tell me, what do you mean by market? Yes, you are right. Market is a place where exchange of goods and services from seller to buyer. This is a market. Market means market is a place where exchange of goods and services from seller to buyer. It is called market. Then day market. What is day market? I will tell you. Day market is a market where exchange of goods and services from seller to buyer in daytime. That means in daytime. If any trading activities happened in the daytime, it is called day market. The day market is also called as a Nalangadi. Nalangadi is the another name for day market. Next, night market, where exchange of goods and services in between seller and buyer, it is called night market. In another way, when a exchange of goods and services at night time, it is called night market. In reality, is there any night market are functioning in India? Yes, of course. In E-Road, there are textiles business happen in the night time. So, E-Road night textile market is an example for night market. And then this is a YouTube link given in the night market. If you want to see about the night market, just use this YouTube link for your further clarification. And then the night market is are also called as a Alangadi. Alangadi is the another name for night market. Then Madurai. In Sangam period, Madurai is one of the biggest and prime trading city in Tamil Nadu. Madurai is also called as a sleepless city. Why Madurai is called sleepless city? Because in Madurai there are 24 hours of business are functioning in the area. So that the Madurai is called sleepless city. Then domestic trade. In domestic trade are conducted within the circle of the country is called domestic trade. Domestic trade means buying and selling of goods and services within the country or within the inland, it is called domestic trade. The domestic trade are happened in the inland town. The town is called Marur Pakam. So the inland towns are called Marur Pakam. Next one, international trade. International trade means goods and services are exchanged in between one country to another country is called international trade. Otherwise, goods and services are exchanged among so many countries, it is called international trade. In international trade, the coastal areas are functioning main place in a international trade. The coastal area is a very big places in India. They are doing international trade with other countries. The coastal area, which are all the coastal area, is called Patinapakam. Next, port towns. In ancient period, what are the port towns are functioning in Tamil Nadu? Tondi, Korkai, Bumbugar, Musiri are the busy markets for export and imports of goods and services with other countries. These are the main ports are functioning in India in ancient period. Then foreigners. The foreigners who are come in foreign country to India to do the business activities, they are called Yavanas. Yavanas means the foreigners who are come from abroad to India to do the business activities, they are called Yavanas. Next one, Arabians. The Arabian person who are coming from Arabian countries to India to do the business activities, they are called Janagars. Janagars means Arabian persons who are trade in India. Next one is Kaveri Pattinam. Kaveri Pattinam is one of the famous city for trading in Tamil Nadu. Kaveri Pattinam is a very good market for buying and selling of goods and services. That place different language peoples are among together to carry out the business activities. So Kaveri Pattinam is a multi-language persons living in the city who are concerned with the trading of goods and services. Then role of government. In the ancient period, what is the role of government? The government has giving the infrastructure facilities to the trading persons, for example, road facilities, airport facilities, port facilities, railway facilities, energy facilities, utilities, water facilities, education, healthcare and social. These are the infrastructure facilities should be provided by the government to the people of the country, and then collect the tax from the public for sale of goods and services. This is the role of government. What is the role of government? The government has given the infrastructure facility to the society and then collect tax from the society for the sale of goods and services. Then contribution of Kautulya to trade. Kautulya's Arthashastras describe the economics in Maurya time. The Arthashastra focused on creation of wealth. What is meant by wealth? Wealth means perfect balance of state management and social welfare through the trading activities. What is meant by wealth creation? Wealth creation means state management and social welfare through the trading activities. It is called creation of wealth. Next, trade policies. In ancient period, the trade policies are followed in that way. The maximum profit are allowed to the traders on 5% on sale of domestic goods. If any traders sold the Indian goods or domestic goods or inland goods, they can earn maximum 5% on sale of goods and services, and then 10% allowed on sale of imported goods. So maximum profit limit for the imported goods is 10%. Next, Balban. Balban is one of the famous king. He has also contributed something to the trade. What does he do? He has to pave the way in the dense forest. By using the dense forest, the traders caravans are moving from one place to another place to do the economic activities in the country. Next one, Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji is one of the famous king in the world, and he is also contributes something to the trade. What does he do? He encouraged the imported goods from other countries and also giving the subsidy to the traders in India. The next topic is barter system. Barter system. What is meant by barter system? Barter system is a system under which goods are exchanged for another goods prior to the invention of money. In the barter system, there are two persons involved. One is buyer, another one is seller. So these two persons exchange themselves a product for another product is called barter system. In traditional India, we followed the barter system. Barter system. Dinesh Kumar, tell me, what is mean by barter system? Yes, correct. Barter system means goods are exchanged for another goods before invention of money is called barter system. Barter system means goods are exchanged for another goods before invention of money is called barter system. In Tamil say பண்டமாற்று முறை. ஒரு பொருளை கொடுத்து இன்னொரு பொருளை வாங்குறது, அதுக்கு பேர் தான் பண்டமாற்று முறை. This is called barter system. Barter system means before invention of money, goods were exchanged for another goods is known as barter system. Then constraints in barter system. Constraints means difficulties, problems and hurdles in the barter system. பண்டமாற்று முறையில் உள்ள தடைகளும் பிரச்சனைகளும் அப்படினு சொல்றது தான் இந்த constraints in barter system. Constraints in barter system means difficulties or hurdles or problems in barter system. When you execute the barter system, what all the problems will arise in the barter system? First one is the lack of double coincidence of wants. Unless the two persons, namely buyer and seller, having a surplus goods in the hands and both two persons wants to exchange the goods from one person to another person, the barter system will not function. That means both seller and buyer both mutually want to exchange the goods and services from one person to another person. At the same time, the another barter system will function, otherwise the barter system will not be function. Second one, common measurement. In the ancient period, there is no machine or anything tool which is measure the value of the goods which are exchanged between the buyer and seller. Third one, direct contact. In ancient period, producer producing the goods in separate place and buyers are living in the separate place. There is no direct contact between producer and the buyer in the ancient period. So that trading activities are going to down. Last one is surplus goods. In the barter system, everyone has a surplus goods to exchange with the another person. In real life, there is no possibility for every person having surplus goods withholding in the houses. Some one of the persons may hold surplus goods in the home. Otherwise, most of the persons have enough of foods in the surplus goods. Elimination of hindrance of commerce. Hindrance means in Tamil tadaigal. How to remove the barriers in a commerce. That is called elimination of hindrance of commerce. Otherwise, elimination of barriers of commerce to flow the goods and services without disturbing in the country. That is called elimination of hindrance of commerce. First one is hindrance of person. Second one is hindrance of place. Third one is hindrance of time. Fourth one is hindrance of risk of deterioration. Fifth one is hindrance of risk of loss. The sixth one is hindrance of knowledge. Seventh one, hindrance of exchange. Eighth one, hindrance of finance. Next, ninth one, hindrance of developing exact product. The last one is hindrance of selection and delivery of goods. Okay, we will see in detail one by one. Next, elimination of hindrance of commerce. Elimination means removing, hindrance means problems or hurdles or difficulties in a commerce. So, how to eliminate, how to remove the problems of commerce. First one is a hindrance of persons. In hindrance of persons, producers are producing the goods in their own place. For example, hill station or village areas. But the customers are living throughout the country. So, the producer didn't see the face of consumers and didn't know the taste preference of consumers. This is a very big problem in a commerce. And then, so to join, to make a direct contact with the buyer and seller, there are persons are involved in the commerce. Who is that? Yes, the middleman. Middleman is a person who combine the person of buyer and seller to exchange of goods and services, called middlemen. Middlemen are so many forms. They are wholesaler, retailer and agents. These three persons are functioning as a middleman to carry out the business activities in a country. Second one, place. The producer producing the goods in different place and consumers are splitting into the world in so many places. They can't sell the goods in each and every place of a consumer. So that the place is a very big problem. How to eliminate the place problem? By using a different types of transport, we can distribute the goods from one producer to all over the world. So, the transports are used to distribution of goods and services from one place to any corner of the world. Next one is the hindrance of time. There is always a gap between production time and consumption time. If a product is produced now, the product may or may not be used in the future. The product is not immediately consumed by the product. For example, if a producer produces the goods in January, the consumer may use in June month. Up to 6 months, the product will hold in a single place. The gap between production and consumption. How to remove the hindrance of time? By using a warehouse, we can remove the hindrance of timing, because the warehouse is a place where store the goods and services at the time of production and then distribute the goods wherever the customers want to consume. The warehouse can distribute the goods and services at the right time, at the right place, at the right time. Then what is the another use of warehouses? Warehouses are a place where goods and things are saved and distributed later on period. For examples, some of the goods are produced throughout the year, but their consumption period is very short or particular period only. For example, crackers and umbrellas. These two products are producing throughout the year by the traders, but what is the consumption time of this product? The crackers are only used in Diwali season only, and like that the umbrella also produced in throughout the year, but for the usage of umbrella is only rain seasons. So this is one of the type which is need the use of warehouse. Next one is, some of the products are produced in particular season only, but the consumption of the goods is throughout the year. For example, mangoes are produced in summer season only, but the demand for the product is throughout the year for the public. And then tuldar, the tuldar is produced in winter season only, but the consumptions, the demand for the product is throughout the year. For this purpose, the warehouse is needed in the business. The warehouse remove the hindrance of time problem. Next one is the risk of deterioration. The goods are produced by the producer and he is waiting for consumption or demand of the product. Between this gap, the evaporations and insects and rats are damage the goods and services which is in the warehouse or trading places. How to eliminate the risk of deterioration? By using a proper packaging, we can eliminate or we can avoid the evaporation, insects and rats are in the deterioration of the goods and services. Next, risk of losses. The goods are produced and then kept safely in the trading places or wholesaler godowns or warehouses. It may be happen to fire, theft or flood in the country. That times how will the losses will be covered in the business? Yes, the insurance company take over the losses of the business and giving the money to traders who are suffered by fire, theft and flood in the country. Next, knowledge of the product. The product are produced by the manufacturer in advanced level. Day to day, the products are modified or invention new product to satisfy the consumer. But the consumer don't know about the new arrival of product or which product is latest, which product giving more advantages to our life. So there is a gap, there is a problem of knowledge about the product is sent to the consumers. The advertising and communications are remove the problem of knowledge about the product. By advertising the goods and services, the consumer see the product and receive the information about the product, and the communication also spread the information about the product in the various group of people. The people receive the information and then buy the product immediately. Next one is exchange. In traditional era, we are using barter system. That means goods are exchanged for goods prior invention of money. But after invention of money, the goods are exchanged for money. The money is the main role in the business, which is served as a exchange person in the transfer of one person to another person. If any person want to trade a goods and services They use the money as exchange tool for buying goods and services in a business. Next one, finance. Producer and sellers need a finance to run the business in smoothly. The finance is the main thing which is run the business in smooth way. The finance are given in the right time. Any traders can sell the goods and services to the public without no problem. Financial institution means bank, payday loans, commercial banks, credit unions and brokerage firm. These persons are giving a loan to the producer at the right time to produce the goods and services for the demand of people. Next one is research and development. Entrance of research and development. By satisfying the people in advanced level, at most expectation of people, the research and development teams needed in business. The research and developments research the consumer preference, taste and changes will be upcoming year in the business. They have to research and develop their product, which the product is satisfy the consumer wants and needs. Next one is entrance of selection and delivery. How to select the product? Most of the buyer pays how to select the product and how receive the product. I am able to receive the product and I can't select the product in a village or rural areas or hill station. The internet e-commerce are very boom to the persons who are living in the village and hill station or out of the circles. They are very known about the product by using a e-commerce. E-commerce giving so many opportunities, so many choices in a business. They to select the product and deliver the product. For example, Ganesh, did you receive any product from the e-commerce? Yes. Okay. How will you receive the product? Very good. You can use the Amazon or Flipkart online shopping mall and then use the apps and receive the product at your doorstep. After receiving the goods, you have to pay the payment like that. So many e-commerce companies like Amazon, Flipkart, these companies are started for selection of goods and services, and that companies also deliver the goods to the doorstep of the consumers. After that, they receive the payment from the public. So, this is the history of commerce. We come to the end of the chapter. For your further studies, we attached PowerPoint presentation, study materials, question bank, self-assessment test in the description. Please use it. Dear parents, help your children to do their work. Thank you.
ஆசிரியராகிய நான் காலத்தை வணங்கி உணர்ந்து செய்வன செய்து